Are you ready to make this very popular wire ring? So let's go ahead. We need wires of two sizes, 18 and 26 gauge wire. Also, we need beads, pearls, or stones that I'm using this silver type of beads. But you could choose any colors or types that you desire. Chain nose pliers, round nose pliers, and flush cutter as the tools. And finally, a ring mandrel that I'm using this wooden type. Pick up your thick wire. We are using 18 gauge in this tutorial, but you could use even a little thicker. We're going to leave about 2 centimeters and then make a wire weaving pattern. The pattern is just the same as the tutorial we had in wire sunburst pendant. And of course, we need some wire sticks just like this. I'm using a thicker wire of about 18 gauge, but you could use the same wire that you're using to make the main structure. And we need 2 of those wire sticks to put it beside our main structure and then start to weave the part. So we pick up the main structure, leave about 2 centimeters and 2 centimeters for the weaving part. So this would be the starting point till 2 centimeters more. And with the thinner wire of about 26 gauge, I make a wrapping tie here, just like this. I wrap it all around the main structure about 2 times to be stick onto the main structure, and then here I add the 2 wire sticks, and this time I wrap the thinner wire all around these 3 wires 2 times, and then again wrap it 2 times on the first wire strand. This would be the first time, and second time wire wrapping on the first wire strand and squeeze it with nails or just with chain nose pliers. And this would be our first pattern. Then we repeat this for 4 times. Again, I wrap it on all these wire strands 2 times. Again, 2 times on the first wire strand, and repeat it for 2 other times. Now our wire weaving patterns are ready, and I'm going to extract those 2 wire strands above. I keep it tight with one hand and extract them with the other with chain nose pliers, just like this. And here there are spaces to insert beads or stones in between, and here to make a loop or teardrop shape. So I'm going to insert these beads here. For the central connection, I use the extra part of this wire strand, but you could also use the other side too. So here I insert the first bead in, then bend it and throw it in to the wire weaving parts that we had made. This is the first part, and here is where I'm going to insert the second bead in. So I pick up the second bead, put it between 2 woven parts just here, and continue pushing the thinner wire in. Then to insert the third bead, and so on. Of course, the space between every woven parts are equal to the bead diameter. After inserting all 4 beads, I would push the thinner wire with round nose pliers and to squeeze it well, but at the same time, very slowly and without any hurry. I squeeze it at the other side, and here I'm going to make the starting point a little straight to be at a rhythm with the other woven parts. And of course, I'm going to make a weaving part at the end to put all those beads fastened and tight in their places. If I do something like this, it wouldn't be that neat. So I would put the weaving part just at the middle of the previous weaving parts that I had made at the first time. So I would put every wire ribbon at the middle, and here it's done. I'm going to cut the other part of the wire that is still connected with flush cutter at the very end, and I'm going to squeeze it carefully with chain nose pliers so that there wouldn't be any sharp edges left. The thing that we do for any part that we cut, and that's all good. Maybe we need to squeeze these parts together, and with a round nose pliers we make a very little loop at the end. I mean, not very little, of course. It could be something like a circle or a teardrop. I'm going to make it beautiful, and when you're done, you could even change the place of the part you had woven a little so that it's moving on a rail if you hadn't fixed it so tight. I move it so that it would cover somehow half part of this teardrop. And this is the time to wrap it all around the ring mandrel. And you find the place that is appropriate for your ring size. And I had marked it with a green line for myself. So I put it at that part and wrap it all around for one time. When I had done that for one complete round, I tested out to check it, and this is a little loose, so I put it in a smaller place and squeeze it well. And then check it out again. It's better this time, and it's okay. So at this place, I'm going to put chain nose pliers just like this, and before the beads start, make a 90-degree bend, cover them with this wire, and it would embrace somehow the crown part. Then cut it out and about 1 centimeter extra at the ending point. And here I'm going to fix the shape a little with round nose pliers to be all curved and at an appropriate shape. And here, after it's all okay, I'm going to make a tie with this extra part. So Make it rounded first, something like this, a half circle, and continue that for a complete round. And here it's a little difficult to continue squeezing it with round nose pliers, so here where the chain nose pliers enter and we squeeze it little by little with chain nose pliers. It's used especially when we are using a thick wire, something like 18 or below. So I make it a little and little so that it would be attached tight, cut it out at the very end with flush cutter, and again squeeze it. And this would be the overall shape of the ring. And at the end, we enter it into the ring mandrel at the determined size and check it out again and push it tight. And here I need to fix it out with chain nose pliers and make the 90-degree bend all okay. And now let's test it out. A very beautiful wire ring with those tiny little beads. I think it's so beautiful. What do you think? And do you prefer the copper one or the gold and brass one? Please comment it below for me, and I read all your comments with my heart. Thank you, and bye-bye.